I have a book here that you can actually check out here at the library. It's called Haunted Uharis, Ghost Stories, Witch Tales, and Other Happenings from North America's Oldest Mountains. And it's by Fred T. Morgan. And the Uharis are not very far from here. So I thought it would be very fitting to read a story from this book. Ghost in the Porch Room. Aunt Mattie Grissom, an affable, middle-aged widow, worked as a practical nurse, midwife, and companion to invalids all across the Uharis. Folks loved her, welcomed her, and rated her a right up along with the doctor and the preacher in social standing. Anything Aunt Mattie told was considered gospel. Her unexplained, abrupt departure from a country home in the Newsom area, where she was employed to care for a bedfast invalid, puzzled people for a long time. Finally, after a second employed woman left the same household under similar circumstances, the two got together and told why. Sleeping quarters for the employed woman at this household consisted of a small room on the end of the porch, common on country homes half a century ago. The cramped room contained only a bed, dresser, and a chair. Upon leaving the room early each morning, the woman locked it, kept her key, and usually did not return it again until bedtime, when she locked the door behind her. Each night, upon lying down to sleep in the room, Aunt Mattie could feel a pair of hands begin rubbing over the outline of her body outside the covers. Each night when this happened, she got out of bed, lit the kerosene lamp, and searched the room, finding nothing to explain the strange activity. The door and window were securely fastened. There was nothing under the bed and no other place for anything to hide. After the first night, Aunt Mattie kept a stick and would strike out with it, flailing the air whenever she felt the hands rubbing her body. But the stick never collided with anything, and it didn't ward off the fondling hands. A few nights of such ghostly monkey shines was all Aunt Mattie could stand. She left without telling her employers about the odd occurrences. Later, she met her successor in the porch room, a staunch elderly mountain woman, who likewise became alarmed and departed the premises after a few nights of experience with the bothersome hands. Each related a similar account, and each corroborated the other's version of the activities of the ghost with the wandering hands, a mystery which has gone unexplained to this day. So, since our theme is magical creatures, I have gathered some books about magical creatures. Some of them are scary ghost stories like we've been talking about, and others are just very adventurous worlds with many different creatures and things that you would enjoy. So let's take a look. So this is The Third Eye by Lois Duncan. Seraphina and the Splintered Heart by Robert Betty. And this is actually, I think, the third book of the series. We have The Beautiful by Renee Ade. This is the Magic Tree House series. This is the number 41, but we have a lot of these here at the library. Moonlight on the Magic Flute. R.L. Stein writes lots of good scary stories. This one's called Fear. The Forbidden Library by Django Wexler. Nightmare Academy Monster Hunters by Dean Laurie. The Ghost in the Tucodio Inn. This is by Dorothy and Thomas Hubler. Ella Enchanted by Gail Carson. Last but not least, The Haunted by Danielle Vega. So since we're talking about ghost stories, I would like for you to come up with your own ghost story. And I would like you to put it to film. So you would use your phone or whatever tools that you have at your disposal to create a ghost story. So let's look at some tips that can help you. And this is a handout which I will make sure we have some available here at the library if you'd like to pick one up. And I'll also put it on our Facebook page so you can get it there as well. So you have to think about the setting. The setting of your tale can be traditionally spooky, creepy, or mysterious. You want to think about your characters. Make sure those characters are very likable. And you don't want to focus too much on the ghost. You want to also focus on your main characters. Mystery. Make sure that there's some sort of a mystery or something that you don't tell the public everything all at once. The problem in the story must have a mysterious element to it. The problem could be that the characters are trying to figure out what the ghost wants, or it could be that they're figuring out how to get rid of the ghost. Make sure to include emotion. In a ghost story, you want your readers to have emotion and fear. The characters in your story should be experiencing it, so make sure to put that into the film that you're creating. And also don't forget about the plot. You need to make sure you have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I have a little graphic organizer here for you that you can also pick it up, and you can use it to kind of create your ghost story.